Hi everyone, Saber here, and we're back for part 6 of Let's Play Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, the Director's Cut. So we're back with George. We're right outside Nico's apartment. Yeah, let's, there's a woman out here selling flowers who we've seen before. I think Fleur is her name. But yeah.
The door was shabby and in need of a coat of paint. I couldn't imagine the Collard woman living here.
Okay, so we get a sense that Nico doesn't live in the nicest of apartments. But it is Paris, so it's probably really expensive to live here, and yeah, how could you afford a nice place here?
I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked.
So she invited us over, but it's locked. Well, this might be kind of funny, but let's try to break in. Oh, it didn't work. Well, I want to show you something. It's kind of an Easter egg.
Oh, hi.
Well, it is an Easter egg.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good. It only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future.
There's a homeless person walking by.
What do you make of this tool?
Is it something a dentist would use?
No, it's for raising manhole covers.
Formidable.
Huh.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
So, there is a special Easter egg. If you try to unlock the door with the toolbar, manhole cover tool, and then give it to Fleur, this little window button appears.
Hey, did I ever tell you the one about the old Irish couple in the lottery?
No, but I think you're going to.
Okay, there's this old Irish couple. They've been married forever, like 50 years, and they win the lottery. And they think, what are we going to do? They give some money away, but they're going to have themselves a holiday to Paris. So they fly off to Paris, first class. They stay in a beautiful hotel, and one day they go up the Eiffel Tower, and they get all the way to the top. And as they're up there, it's just them and these two hippies, long-haired, long robes. And as they're sort of seeing them, looking at them, suddenly one of the hippies gets up on top of the guardrail and jumps just before he hits the ground, picks up his arms, and all the way back up again. Now, they've never seen anything like this before in their lives. They can't believe what they've just seen. This hippie just jumped off just before he hit the ground, flaps his arms, and up he comes. They can't believe it. They walk over to him, and they say, "Excuse me, sir. I mean, oh, good God. How do you say?" "Oh, it's really easy, man. It's really easy. You just sort of, you jump, you empty your mind, and just before you hit the pavement, you go with your arms, and up you come. Here, I'll show you how to do it again."
I love the sound
just before he hits the pavement. Up again. They can't believe it. It's unbelievable. "Come on, yeah, you can try it, man. Yeah, you come on up. Come on, you'll be fine. You can do it." So the old fella, the old lady, they get up there, and just there, they say, okay. So when we jump, we go all the way down. Just before we flap our arms, you'll come straight back up again, man. It's really easy. Go ahead, give it a try. The old Irish couple on the way down, they're emptying their arms. Just before they hit the pavement, they start flapping their arms. Nothing. Bang, flop. Irish stew on the pavement. It's all over. And the two hippies are up there, and the other hippie, who hasn't said a word through all this, said, "You know, Gabriel, for an archangel, you can be a real son of a bitch."
All right. Yeah, so I think that was supposed to be a reference to some other game. I don't know, Gabriel series? I don't know. I've never played those, but I don't know. That's really funny. I love George's enthusiasm when he's telling the story. It's really good. Anyway.
She was a cheery old soul. The kind you'd walk across the street to avoid.
Oh, that's a little Oscar Wildean humor there. Okay.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
All right, let's show her. Well, we showed her this.
Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing.
Except that it's gross and looks like snot in it.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
Not much of a psychic if she can't connect the murder with it, but oh well.
Do you know a young woman called Nico Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me in the apartment block across the street.
I tried the door, but it's locked.
You know, I've told the landlord about that 1,000,000 times. It is a damp. The whole building is like a sponge. It sucks up the moisture from God knows where.
You mean the door is stuck because it's swollen?
That is correct. There is an art to opening it. Don't shove too hard. Just give it a gentle nudge above the lock.
Thanks for the advice.
Oh, so Nico didn't lock us out of the apartment and just... It's tricky.
How long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. Your young lady, she deserves better.
Aww. Okay.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
Yeah, Nico Collard probably would kick George's ass if she found out he knew that.
Have you seen anyone out here watching Mademoiselle Collard's apartment?
Yes, I have. A strange man. Tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden, but I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with a hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's charisma. Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Mademoiselle Collard?
No, monsieur.
All right.
Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Thanks for telling me. What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity?
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me. What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat.
Oh, I love that. She's not very good at selling the flowers to George, but it's interesting.
I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know?
Nice music.
How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
Aww. No, it's
See you later.
probably,
You will.
if you knew your own future, it would change everything, and, yeah, you wouldn't really be able to, yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's go in.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
Hi.
Whoa,
Bonjour. I'm glad
that
you
was
could make it.
fast.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George.
He just opened that door and appeared in Nico's apartment. He didn't even have to go down the hallway.
A beer? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers underneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
Gross.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck. Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
My editor told me to drop this story. Can you believe it?
Aw.
But you're not gonna do that.
Oh no. I'm going to find out what's behind these killings. It just doesn't add up. It almost feels like some sort of conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone.
Okay, let's show her what we found.
This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Fascinating, George.
You're not interested, are you?
Oh, of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but... Well, I had a job to do. I found this false nose in the sewer.
Hey, was this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross. It
Gross.
says La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Whoa, that nose is huge. It's like as big as their hand. Okay, so I guess we didn't notice that before, but there's an address inside the nose. Very useful. Thank you, Nico.
I found this tissue down the sewer.
That's disgusting, George.
No. I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use, or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
Aww. It's just snot. And grease paint.
I found a piece of material near the cafe.
When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George. It's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his right cheek.
A scar in the shape of a horseshoe.
Or a crescent moon.
It's really funny that she took a picture of this guy when obviously we didn't notice anyone walking out of the cafe during that time, so that's kind of weird, but yeah, well, let's see what else she has to say.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
No, she wanted a close-up of your neck, of course.
Tell me more about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell.
Well, how'd you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought me my first camera. I was 8, and my parents had just split up.
Aww.
Did you live with your father?
Yes. My mother went off with her new boyfriend. I didn't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really. Always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted me to study art. That's why I went to college.
Did you learn about photography at college?
God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arnaud Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it, millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off.
Ooh.
The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium.
How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown.
I had been about to add mine to the list, but stopped myself. I really didn't want to have to explain to George about my father's involvement with Cauchon.
You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary.
Interesting.
And I'll tell you this, I will not be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance for a big break.
Or an early death.
Wow, so that was a great deal of information.
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
I like the Emperor Penguin murderer. I mean, how do you kill someone when you have flippers? There's some more stuff if you want to read. Let's go this way. Okay, so as you see, La Risée du Monde is a new location. Aha! Yeah. Let's, ooh. Little, what is that, stenophone?
It was an antique phonograph.
Phonograph.
The kind you have to wind by hand.
Okay, let's play it. Some music. Wow, that is awful quality. It's like static. I don't know why, but okay. Some interesting stuff. A parrot with a saxophone. Indian, pirate, Viking. Oh, I like this guy. This skeleton on the unicorn, cow unicorn. Like, very creative. And it's Pixie costume. Very creepy. Makes sense that the guy got the clown uniform here. Or costume uniform.
The guy's spoon-shaped face was mournful and humorless. He looked like a vegetarian in a slaughterhouse.
Ooh. Very descriptive.
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind. For in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible. You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
He kind of reminds me of in, I think, the second season of Buffy when they're at the costume shop and it's Giles' friend there running it. Like, I don't know. Kind of reminds me of that. Whatever his name is. Ethan? Ethan, I think. But anyway.
Have you heard of a man named Plantile?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
Huh.
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
Oui, monsieur. I do not see how I can help.
Don't you keep a record of costumes that you've rented out?
Of course, monsieur, but...
Well, then, I'd like to check your records. Give me the names of everyone who's rented a clown suit.
Impossible. There are too many.
Hey, we lost that piece of cloth. Huh. I hope we don't need it.
What does this tool mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur.
Do you recognize this man?
Oui, monsieur. I sold him some grease paint.
Oh.
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that.
Not the response you would think.
Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
Toucan. A bird of them.
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui, he was here this morning. That is the man to whom I sold the grease paint. I remember the scar on his face. He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Kahn.
Huh. We have a name. And apparently he will be a pixie.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur. Allow me to shake you by the hand.
Huh? Well, okay.
Scary.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
Look
I
at
never
his
saw the
face.
funny side of
The only
electric shock
time he
therapy.
smiled.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep. A gift?
Do I need a license?
Sadistic creep.
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
Ah, ha, ha. Yeah. Ooh, more information. Let's play it on him.
Oui, monsieur?
Do you want this buzzer back?
No, you keep it.
Huh. Okay. Hey, do you have more information?
Are you sure this is the same man who hired the clown suit?
Certainement, Monsieur Kahn.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My...
Alright. That looks to be about it. So, ooh, it's gray. Ah, interesting. We've never been here. It's the police station. Huh. Some phones.
It was a public telephone.
If we needed to call Nico, I guess. Ooh, we know who that is. And we've talked to him. Todrick has been of no help.
It was just some police paperwork, a search warrant. It was Rosso's sidekick, Sergeant Moue.
Sergeant Moue.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
What do you want now?
Ooh, more info. Oh, okay. Well, we showed him this. Let's show him this.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taken off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
I found this red nose in the sewer.
What were you doing down there?
Fishing for clues. That's where the clown went.
You still insist you saw a clown, monsieur?
Of course. And this novelty nose proves it.
It will take more than a plastic proboscis to convince Inspector Rosso.
You don't want this as evidence, then?
Certainly not, monsieur.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
No, monsieur, I do not.
I found it in the sewer.
Perhaps it would be better if you put it back there.
No way. This could be an important clue.
If you say so, monsieur.
Would you like to shake my hand, Sergeant?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur. The gesture could be misconstrued.
That's funny.
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Sure, why not?
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur.
Maybe we can tell him information about
It's
the
Stobart,
killer.
monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Did he say what it was about?
No, monsieur.
Very well.
Very well. I will saunter over there. Bonjour, doctor.
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
But of course, Doctor, my mind is a well-ordered faculty. A mental classification system that's the envy of the Bibliothèque Nationale. No tricks, mark you, monsieur. Just exercise. Just as our muscles waste through inactivity, so our minds decay. But there is no need. If only people would learn to exercise their wits daily.
If he was trying to impress me, it worked. He was pompous and patronizing, but he had style.
Eh bien, if you called about the bombing, you're too late. Investigations have been closed.
But
Have been taken off the case.
what about the murderer, the dead guy?
It is out of my hands.
What?
Did you find out the ID of the guy who was killed in the explosion?
I already knew who he was.
Huh?
I heard that the bomb victim's name was Plantar.
Your sources are reliable.
He was a big shot at the Treasury, wasn't he? Maybe that's why you've been taken off the case.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I cannot comment.
Don't you want to know what I found out about the killer?
I told you, monsieur, the case is closed. I have washed my hands of the whole affair.
Then I'll have to continue my investigations without your help.
No. You must forget the business of the clown completely. Go back to being an ordinary tourist, Stobart.
Ooh, very fishy.
So long, Inspector.
Something is going on.
Do you know a man named Kahn?
He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his right cheek.
No, monsieur. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Yes. I believe Kahn was the name he used when he hired the clown costume.
That's it?
See you later, Sergeant.
Alright, so I guess as to be expected, they're really of no help. Yeah, ignoring the murders. Crazy. Well, let's see. Where can we go? I guess, we've been there. I guess the cafe again. Unless we're supposed to call Todrick. Maybe we're supposed to go to Nico. Todrick. Oh, we have the
Hello?
name.
Who is this? Mr. Todrick? Oh, it's you again. What now?
Aha!
The man I'm looking for is called Kahn. He bought a suit from you, remember?
Mr. Kahn. Yes, I remember him. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
Yay. So, the Hotel Ubu. Ooh, a new location. Cool. Since this is a new location, let's end our video. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And, yeah, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.